Coming to Oulton, we hadn't tested here, which yeah, Silverstone we hadn't tested that, but it's flat and quite ordinary compared to here. You know, a lot of undulation changes, hard braking, tight chicanes, everything like that. And yeah, I think we did a reasonable job, probably is the easiest way to describe it.
We knew Oulton Park was going to be a challenge for us. In previous years, we've always had a BSB test here. The problem is getting a base setting for here. It is so different to any other circuit that we've been to, from your Snetterton and from your Silverstone.
The bike's been brilliant all year, track to track. I mean, we hadn't tested at Silverstone, we hadn't tested at Donington, and we got the ball rolling straight away, really good. But come to Oulton and it's like no other place.
First time here on the new bike, it's a learning curve for us all, so lots of notes.
It probably isn't a horrendous weekend for the first time for the new Fireblade at Oulton Park, because it throws up all sorts of challenges. It's physical, it's difficult.
Well, as with any kind of race bike, it's important to get the fluid temperatures right. So we have water cooler and an oil cooler, and both are critical. So we started off at the beginning of the year with the first version, and that was based on the standard radiator and oil cooler on the standard road bike, and it was made really to fit the fairing. It was fine, but if anything, we kind of wanted the oil temp to be a little bit cooler and the water to be a little bit warmer. So we've now got Mark II, which has got a slightly smaller water radiator and an increased capacity oil cooler. Brad at Bora, he's got a lot of experience and knowledge with radiators, so yeah, he made the first one similar to the standard one, and he's modified it from there with our data that we've got from the testing.
In a way, it's quite easy. You just want as big as you can get, because they keep making the bikes more powerful, so you just have as big a radiator as you can possibly get, certainly on a super bike. We made the Mark I radiator, and although the oil cooler was bigger than standard, on a hot day it was running at the upper end of what the Japanese had said to Honda what they can run. So we made the oil cooler bigger and made the radiator smaller, which dropped the oil temperature. Didn't really make any difference to the water temperature. The big rad and the small rad are working the same, but it's because the oil is taking more heat out of the engine, which is definitely the way that MotoGP bikes are working now. They've got very big oil coolers because you can get more heat out of the engine with the oil. Our water core, this is 26mm thick, and we've got a 5mm height fin. We've also got little dimples that just help the water just turn a little bit as it goes through the tube, just to help it all see the surface area, because it's the surface where the heat transfer is taking place. Also, you see, if you have a lot of tubes taking the water, you get a bigger pressure drop, so it goes across the radiator slower. And it's all the little things that add up. If your bike overheats, it will either overfuel or it will retard the ignition. Either way, you're going to go slower.
You're going to just try and go do your own thing and let them...
Yeah, like just get in amongst it this time.
Yeah.
But a bit more, try to bring a bit more aggression. I think as the race went on, start to understand the riding properly. And hopefully when the chassis changes, allow that to continue.
Yeah.
I've not hid the fact that I haven't been riding maybe how I should have been riding, but I felt this weekend that we kind of took a step in the right direction to get him back closer to maybe where we should be. And you know, it's about stepping stones, and I think at the minute that's what we're taking.
I think all in all it's been a solid weekend. To come away from here with a 2-point lead is still better than being tied or being behind, and it has been hard work for us, but it's the first time the bike has been to like a roller coaster circuit.
I mean, every session we have gone fast this weekend, but we've just not managed to find big enough chunks to be able to take it to the front boys. It's not over till it's over, but yeah, I'm not going to stop trying.
We were making steps all the time to make improvements to the bike, and we were getting there, but it's such a limited amount of testing time on a race weekend. A couple of 20-minute practice sessions, qualifying. Race 1 we're still changing things. Race 2 we made some massive changes today.
You've
go back to Donington where we've been fast, we've been competitive, and we can do that again. You know, there's absolutely no reason why we can't do that and get back to where we should be. And you know, the team's doing a really good job. You know, the bike's still very, very basic, and we're able to fight for where we should be against the bikes with much more material. So it's a credit to Honda, a credit to the team, and a credit to the boys working to get us where we are.